spreading round United Texas town. About to shack outside the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls.
Alright guys, we're ready to do some more testing with this Northtac Qilin 25 cal 28-inch barrel. Yesterday we did the what we call a power test. Basically we went through every turn on the hammer spring to see what the results are. I got those documented. That really helps out, right? Because now I know where the sweet spot is on this rifle for the most power and BC and accuracy. So 7 turns in on this hammer gets it the highest feet per second at 1121, which is really fast for a pellet. And it shot, had a spread of 5, a standard deviation of 2.1, and it had the one of the highest BCs, 0.058 for pellets, which is really good. So now that I know that, now I want to do some groups with pellets and slugs. So right now the hammer's at 0. Okay, so I just want to take a few shots at 0, see if I get close to the same results I got yesterday. So at 0 turns, I'm showing I average 948. The gun is filled up full to 4,500. This, I haven't touched the rag, but out of the fact that this rag's showing about 3,300. It's a little hot for rag, but it was shooting really good, so I'm going to leave it at that. I also want to see how many shots per fill I get. So let's start out. I'm shooting with the AEA pellets, the 33.9 grain pellets. I'm shooting the heaviest pellet I can put in it because it's going to get a lot of power. So let's get started. We'll just take a few shots with the hammer spring all the way out at 0. Got a Donnie FL rolling on the gun. It shoots really good and accurate. Okay, 982, 985. I think I'm sighted in. Let's do a shot group. Again, this is at 0 turns on the hammer. I pack the hammer all the way out. Tune ports on full. I could slow that down, but I can't use a hammer anymore. I'm basically just open this tune port up and dial this down, this tune port down a little bit. I can slow it down, but it's shooting really accurate at 985. And 73 foot-pounds with 33 grain pellets. So let's start a new string, and let's do 2 5-shot groups with pellets. I'm also testing to see how many shots per fill I get. Okay, 2 5-shot groups with pellets. Wow, that's all. That's all in the red down there. So that's the first 5-shot group. Average speed 980. Spread of 3, standard deviation of 1.1. Let's do one more 5-shot group with pellets. That's the same hole down there. 10 shots. Average 980. Spread of 4. Standard deviation of 1.3. So if you want to see this shot string, how good this rag is, I don't know if you can see that. It's just a flat line. And that's hole down there 30 yards. That's with the hammer back to 0. Okay, so I'm as far back on the hammer as I can go. I could slow it down, but why slow it down? It's shooting lights out. I mean, lights out at 75 foot-pounds of energy, hole in hole. If I want to shoot pellets, I'm happy with it. Okay, let's try some slugs. So here's what we're going to do on the slugs. Okay, the gun has been shot, so it's decocked. The spring's not tension, right? There's no tension on the spring. With that spring decocked like that, I'm going to turn the hammer. So I'll take a wrench. So here's how I do it. Put it in the back here. It's 5mm. This is up at noon. Okay, I'm going to do 7 rotations clockwise. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I just made 7 turns. on the hammer spring in the back. Okay, so I've turned the hammer up 7 turns for slugs. Before I put slugs in, I've still got 5 or 6 pellets in here. Let's just do a little group down there with the same pellets at this really higher speed of 7 turns in, about 1,100 plus feet per second. All right, here we go. 7 turns in. I had 2 pellets in there. It shot 2 pellets at 888 feet per second. That was crazy. I double loaded it. I had 2 pellets in there. All right, let's start this shot string over. That's 5 shots, averaging 1,119 feet per second. Spread of 5, standard deviation of 1.6, true BC of 0.059. So that's the slug tune. It still shoots pellets crazy accurate, crazy fast. So, just want to leave the gun where it shoots pellets and slugs. I think 7 turns for me is probably where I'm going to leave it. Because that way you can run any ammo without doing any adjustment. So let's try the slugs with that speed. So that was 6 shots. So basically I've taken 14 and 6. I've taken 20 shots so far. Wow, not much. I've not used much air. Let me take a picture of this. Okay, after 20 shots, I'm just in between the yellow and red. I'm going to call it, I'm filled up to 4,500. I'm going to call it 3,500, maybe 3,600. Okay, after 20 shots. Let's take a look at the reg. Okay, so I'm still above the reg pressure. I'm at, I'm going to call this 3,200 on the reg. So reg slid off a little bit from what it was, but not much. I mean, it's holding pretty good. It's got a flat string. So if I want to stay above the reg, this high reg, I can probably get 5 more shots. So that's going to be a shot count of 25 with this high reg pressure of 3,400. You can lower the reg and get more shots. Of course, you're not going to go fast. I like to go fast. All right, let's try the slugs. All right, the slugs I'm using are the AEA 49.2 grain slugs. I got to sight the scope in for the slugs, so I'm taking a few practice shots with the slugs. That's 5 practice shots to get the scope dialed in. So now I'm at 25 shots. All right, we'll do 2 5-shot groups with the AEA slugs. That's pretty good, man. That's 5 shots, all in the red. Thumping these things. 980, 990. Let's do 5 more. Guys, that's better than my pinky fingernail down there. So you can tell I'm off the reg. Okay, started to fall. Started at 980, and last shot was 855. But still, accuracy is just like stacking them down. Yeah, it shoots slugs really, really well. So that was 10 more shots. So basically, I shot 25 for that. So I shot 35 shots. That's what the reg cranked up to 3,300. Normally, the reg would be in the 25, 26, 2,800 range, so you can get more than that. But I got 35 shots. Probably could have stopped it at 25 or 30. All right, we haven't done a power test in a long time. Let's try a power test. Let's do Northtac Qilin 25 cal and 28-inch barrel. So I got the wood slat box downrange by 20 feet, and we're going to send 3 slugs into it and see how well each of them penetrate, and what kind of energy we got. So we got a full tank. We're going to start out with the heavier ones, the Altros. So these got to be single loaded. All right, we got 1 in here, 1 shot, the Altros. Didn't rush it. I'm going to shoot 1 more. 916 feet per second at 111.9, 112 foot-pounds of energy out of a 25 cal rifle. That's crazy, crazy. Okay, now I'm going to try the AEA 49 grain slugs. Okay, this is the Seneca hunting pellet, 43.2 grain Seneca hunting pellet. 1075, 111 foot-pounds of energy. 111 foot-pounds of energy. All right, let's take a look at the results. All right, we're going to take a look at see how we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 slat box. Cleared the first one. Second one. Third one. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11, 12. Okay, here's after 12. I got the outro slugs. 2 outro slugs cleared 12. Okay, next up would be the EA slug and then the Seneca slug. So I'm at 12 with the outros. That's 13. Here we go. 13, that's going to be the Seneca slug, cleared 13. Seneca slug, cleared 13. This is 14. Here we go. 14, I've got, that's going to be the AA slug. And actually, that's one of the first outros. So I got outros that cleared 14 slats. I got a bounce off right there on the 15th. So 14 slats of 1/4 inch plywood for 25 cal is pretty damn good.